getting into the face here a little bit. Going to do a nose and some lips. Usually I'll do you could sculpt that in one piece, but to do good detail, I usually like to do the lip and the nose, and you know, like that. And usually with that, I'll roll out a little piece, sort of oblong like that. It's just the way I do it, you know. You can do it any other way you want, but that'd be pretty much his top lip. Using this very expensive tool. There's his top lip. I give him a little curvature of a mouth there a little bit. Just he's going to be deformed looking anyway. Still working on his mouth here a little bit.
Oh, I see that.
Like I said, this is still rough stages, but I want to make another piece for the nose. Like the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And then this will be nostrils and the tip. A lot of this stuff is your imagination too, you know, whatever you think, you know, you think it ought to look like, you know, it doesn't have to be, unless you have an actual figure that you want to look exactly like that, you know,
mm-hmm.
which would be possibly easier for a lot of people to start to if you have some kind of little action figure or something, or just a little ceramic thing that you want to try to copy just for practice, you know. That's a good way to go. And then you have a guide to go by, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this here, you really don't have to, you know, something as simple as this, you know, you can go either way with it. You can leave it lightly detailed, or you can go all out, you know, but it's just your decision on that.
Now, on some clays, you said before, you told me off camera, obviously, that there's some clays out there that they don't get hard, they just stay soft. So you can actually, I guess, have a rough shape, right? And then come back and add more detail.
Oh, yeah. Well, this right here will, as long as you keep it maybe covered or something like that, well, at least wrapped in some kind of plastic, it's not going to dry out. So,
mm-hmm.
But once you started working with it, now if you leave it setting for a few days, maybe a week, and not do anything with it, these littler pieces would start crumbling off. They just like crack and fall off.
Right.
But then you can knead it again and redo it, you know. Once you knead it,
mm-hmm.
it gets soft again, unless you have partially baked it. Now when you partially bake it, it's done. You just have to throw it away, you know, if you can't do nothing with it. That's what I like, that it can be whittled on and stuff, you know. You can take pieces on and off once it's baked, which we'll probably get into that maybe too.
Yeah.
And we'll give his forehead a little bit more detail, and then I'll work maybe down here a little bit, and then we'll get into wrinkles and stuff like that. Well, I got his ears to go too, so just however sinister you want him to look. Once again, I occasionally use a tool like this to just get everything hammered out.
And if you don't have the tool, I guess you could just use your finger.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, man, this wire right here, I mean, a wire like this can be multiple tools, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm going to put him some eyes in here. Starting with a socket. My God. Cut!
Sticking.
Yeah, it's getting a little sticky.
There's a whole bunch of stuff in this camera that we do. That's kind of cool.
Now I'm going to do some eyelids. That's like what's going to be the inside of the eye. There roughly is the beginnings of the face, without detail. And now I'm going to do an ear, I guess. I said it's getting a little sticky, but I'm still working on the nose here a
Down
little.
there.
Need to work on his nose just a little bit more. But he's getting there. Thank you. Remember, subscribe.